In the heart of Silicon Valley, where tech giants rise and fortunes are made overnight, the story of Sophia Turner began like many others, full of promise. At just 22 years old, Sophia was the youngest intern at TechLift, a rapidly growing cryptocurrency startup. Known for her sharp mind and tenacity, she had impressed her superiors from day one, quickly becoming an integral part of the team. But as her internship progressed, Sophia began noticing something unsettling in the company's data systems. Hidden anomalies in the transaction logs, strange patterns in the blockchain ledger, and untraceable digital wallets that were siphoning funds from investors. What she initially thought were mere mistakes soon became something far more sinister. One evening, after hours, Sophia stayed late to dig deeper into the data. Armed with only a laptop and a gut feeling, she uncovered a massive operation: cryptocurrency laundering on a scale that threatened not only TechLift's credibility, but the entire industry. Tens of millions of dollars had been funneled through fake accounts, and the company's high-ranking executives appeared to be complicit. Sophia's shock was palpable, but her next move was clear. She had to inform someone. She knew that blowing the whistle could ruin her career, but remaining silent would mean becoming complicit in a crime. She saved everything she had uncovered onto a secured cloud drive, making plans to reach out to an investigative journalist who had a history of uncovering corporate corruption. But she never made it. The next morning, Sophia was gone. Her roommates reported her missing when she failed to show up for their scheduled breakfast. Her phone had been left behind, the charger still plugged into the wall, and her apartment showed no signs of forced entry. The only sign of a struggle was a cracked laptop screen, lying face up on her desk, displaying a final, half-finished email to a journalist. TechLift's response was swift. They claimed Sophia had simply decided to take a break, perhaps overwhelmed by her internship. But Sophia's family and friends knew better. Something had happened, something far more dangerous than a simple disappearance. At first, authorities believed it was a case of a young intern running away under stress. But as weeks went by without any leads, the investigation took a darker turn. Detectives were able to track Sophia's digital footprint, uncovering encrypted messages between her and the journalist she had intended to contact. It became clear she had been working on a whistleblower report about the cryptocurrency laundering ring operating inside TechLift. Then, the team discovered that a former employee of TechLift had been found dead under suspicious circumstances in a car crash, his body burned beyond recognition. The police, however, believed the incident to be accidental, not linking it to Sophia's case. Sophia's family wasn't convinced. They soon hired a private investigator, Rafael Torres, who had a knack for uncovering corporate espionage. Torres dug into the company's financial records and connections, only to uncover that several senior executives were connected to the shadowy world of cryptocurrency laundering. The trail was beginning to point directly to the higher-ups at TechLift, and soon, things started to make sense. Sophia had been silenced to protect the company's dark secret. One fateful evening, while reviewing old surveillance footage, Torres noticed something strange. On the night Sophia disappeared, a black car had pulled up near her apartment complex. Security footage showed her walking toward the car with an unknown man, her expression unreadable but calm. The man's face was blurred, but Torres noticed the distinct badge hanging from his belt. It was a logo that didn't belong to any local law enforcement agency, but was instead tied to a private security firm connected to TechLift's parent company. Sophia had been kidnapped by someone with power, and the implications were dire. She had found something she wasn't supposed to see, and now she had to be eliminated before the truth could reach the outside world. In a shocking turn, it was revealed that Sophia's laptop had been hacked and remotely wiped the night of her disappearance. Despite this, one file had survived, a single, encrypted document containing all the evidence of the cryptocurrency fraud. The document was sent to the investigative journalist at Tech Review, who immediately published the findings, sparking a massive public outcry. But it was too late. By the time the article hit the press, Sophia Turner had disappeared without a trace, and the tech world was too busy focusing on the scandal to consider the personal cost. A few months later, a mysterious tip led authorities to a remote cabin in the woods of Northern California. Inside, they found a grave Sophia Turner's body, concealed beneath the floorboards, her hands still clutching a flash drive with one final piece of evidence. The public was left reeling by the tragic story of Sophia Turner. The CEO of TechLift, Bradley Kingsley, was arrested and charged with conspiracy, fraud, and obstruction of justice, but many believe that the true extent of the operation had yet to be uncovered. TechLift's executives were implicated in a larger web of corruption and corporate espionage that stretched across Silicon Valley's biggest players. Sophia Turner's story became a symbol for those who sought justice in the shadowy, unregulated tech industry, where power and greed often trump integrity and transparency. In the years that followed, the Sophia Turner Foundation for Digital Transparency was established in her honor, pushing for stronger regulations around cryptocurrency transactions and corporate whistleblower protection. Sophia may have disappeared, but her legacy lives on, a reminder of the dangers that lie behind the screens of Silicon Valley's brightest innovations. This is The Missing Hour,